I started to do a forest hike, but I, I then spotted a pile of scat that I did not recognize that looked carnivorous, and I
Did you
thought
did you buy bear spray yet?
that was the moment I remembered that I hadn't, and so I turned around. Like, yeah, I should not continue because I am not prepared, and so I went back. So I was gonna say this is the kind of thing that I think you ought to buy like the best, even if it's a little expensive.
Okay, it has 4.5 stars. You know though, you have to think about this.
Yeah.
The If it didn't work, the guy who it didn't work for isn't going to rate it.
Well, that's one way to look at it. The other way to look at it is reading the reviews. None of them mention whether or not it works. Like the top review here says test to be done soon. And then the next one is all about the clip that keeps it on the belt. Next one says it arrived. I took it camping and figured it would work well as a deterrent for any wild animals that came around. I didn't have to spray any of it, but tried it on my armpits. Okay, that's no. Uh, okay, here's one review that says it sprays a long distance. So I will save this link, but I will research a little more, or I'll go to my actual plan was to go to one of the outdoor stores, like the local ones that are like locally owned businesses around here,
Hmm.
and buy what they sell, because
Yeah.
they're gonna know what is good around here for what lives around here. I'm not gonna go to like a Dick's Sporting Goods or something. I'm gonna go to Larry's Hunting Depot, and then
Larry doesn't believe in bear spray. You want bear spray? We got our bear spray is called a 357 Magnum.
Times were tough, so I sold my soul. And I don't think I'll ever regain control. Devil looked me in the eye, now I look the other way. What else could I do? I just stood at the doorway, knew I'd rather be drunk with you.
The internet, Highway 47 is back on the late train, back to our old ways. Classic Highway 47 behind the times and bringing up the rear. I'm Shaggy B, and with me, ass backwards as always, is Draco.
Hey, I'm right here facing towards the rear. Apparently,
That's right.
it's gonna make it a little bit hard to watch.
Doesn't matter because it's all been spoiled anyway, right? This is Star Trek Picard Season 3, Episode 9. Episode 10 came out a couple days ago, so we're behind the times. I have avoided most spoilers, but not all. I think the big one got me, but yeah, I've been busy, so that's why we haven't done this, because I'm a Star Trek fan who has a life. Shatner. Anyway, tell us about the episode.
This episode is titled Vox.
As in Vox Populi or Vox Borgi?
It came out April 13th, 2023. It has an IMDb rating currently of 9.5, which I want to mention that I record these basically the day they come out.
The scores. You mean.
Yeah, the IMDb scores. And normally with the they've started pretty high with Picard and then have went down slightly or a little more than slightly in some cases.
Mm-hmm.
This one has actually went up 1/10 of a point.
Which is, 9.5
I
is
That's 9.5 is very high.
it. Is there a next gen episode that's beat that? It doesn't come to mind. I think. Best of Both Worlds was not that high, right?
I think it was close. I believe the Best
Inner
of Both
Light.
Worlds Part 1 was 9.4, but I could how fast can I look that up?
I already did, and the Inner Light ties it at 9.5, and that's the only one.
Okay.
Yeah. So
So the Inner Light and the Inner Light and the Best of Both Worlds Part 1. I don't know if there's any other Star Trek episodes that high.
I can't imagine there would be. I mean, as much as everybody loves Deep Space Nine, I would be amazed if even the finale of Deep Space Nine reached that, because it was, frankly, not constructed that well. It was.
The finale was not the highest episode of Deep Space Nine.
I mean, I'm sure, yeah. Like the last 7 or 8 episodes of Deep Space Nine are just a soap opera. Like they're filmed like a soap opera, and it's like boring. Like if it wasn't the climax of the series, it would be like, oh god, I hate this. But yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. What's the one with there are a couple really high episodes of Deep Space Nine. I know Trials and Tribulations, that's a 9 point something.
Right.
What the big one, In the Pale Moonlight, what is that rated?
9.4.
9.4. I think that's the highest rated Deep Space Nine episode.
Probably so.
Probably should be.
Yeah, I think so.
And
there are apparently 16 episodes of Star Trek, of classic Star Trek, that that broke 9, and of them, the highest of those is 9.5.
what is The City on the Edge of Forever?
9.2. So according to IMDb, we are about to watch the best episode of Star Trek ever made.
Not ever, but tied with some.
No, literally ever. Let's find out. We're watching this on Paramount Plus. How the fuck does that work?
You get your Paramount Plus started. Hopefully you have the non what's the more expensive one that's ad free. Yeah.
They'll take that away soon, don't worry. But
anyway, yeah. So we're not going to skip the intros. We're not going to skip the recaps. And
we're just going to shotgun it.
Yeah.
That's right.
So Shaggy B is going to give us that countdown, and we'll be on our way. Let's do that.
Let's do that. This is Star Trek Picard, Season 3, Episode 9, the best Star Trek episode ever made, titled Vox, and we're starting it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! The
splash screen of the Titan. Woo! Star Trek. Here's the recap.
The recap.
The Shrike is blown up. Previously on...
I got the preview of the recap. Now we have the recap. You suppose genetic conditions are so rare in the future that, like, I don't know.
And now, CBS Studios production. The episode is starting.
Oh, hey, a different door. There's a gramophone in there?
Don't you have a gramophone in your head?
Pretty much, yeah. I don't think about my thoughts very much.
I mean, do you?
Kinda. I like to have a good handle on sort of what's going on in my brain. So, could we say that Crusher is having a subconscious problem with rose-colored things?
Sure.
You gotta crank up that gramophone.
He's gonna let Troy open the door?
Yeah. I think his reluctance doesn't have a whole lot of power, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
It's full of fire.
If the doorknob's hot, don't open it. And they're not going to show us.
No. Gotta have something for the final episode. I blame Regis Philbin for all this. Like, just out with it. Yes, the thing that we guessed 5 minutes ago. Thank you.
So why is there Borg in his head?
Because he's a Picard and time doesn't matter and things.
So I thought that was Beverly talking to him, but was that the Borg Queen?
It sounded to me like the Borg Queen. Oh, it's Vox with the thing, so it's like Vurix. Vurix.
That So is that Latin?
Without the thingy on it, yeah. The Latin word vox means voice.
Mm.
There's a literal telepath in the room. We made an exception for you, though, because we just like you.
I don't think I imagine they didn't make an instant exception. I'm sure there was some off-screen things we didn't see right away.
Could be. Hmm.
Hmm. So wait a minute. He can take over people.
Yeah, he can.
Uh, uh, oh.
Yep.
Uh,
Yeah, surprised he didn't take the whole ship.
hmm. Hmm.
Where's Captain Shaw?
Presumably on the bridge,
Oh, okay.
cussing under his breath.
Yeah.
Maybe he went with Jack.
Yeah. Well, they got like radio towers on their cubes now, so they can transmit, I guess.
I wasn't sure if that was a cube. Oh, commercial break, we're back. Woo!
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if that was a cube, or like the Unimatrix.
Right. Dormant.
Can't be all of Starfleet. Well, okay.
Yes, it can.
We're the only ship in the sector.
Yeah,
How is
exactly.
that possible?
Yeah. The only ship in the Alpha Quadrant. Ooh, the Venture's there.
The Galaxy class Venture? There he is.
Uh,
Poor guy.
ooh, Enterprise F. Cool.
What happened to the E?
I don't know, but I'm jazzed about seeing this.
Who is that?
That's Shelby.
Oh.
Lead Admiral Shelby.
Huh.
I don't really get why all the towers are on there though. Like surely they don't need elevation to broadcast signals. It's not like they're worrying with like the curvature of the Earth, you know?
Pulaski?
Yeah. Oh, good. Oh, hey, there's a Sovereign class. That's a
Is that a
Venture class.
galaxy?
It's a modified galaxy. It's a Venture class from Star Trek Online.
Oh.
Which the Odyssey class, Enterprise F, is from Star Trek Online too.
I don't know how I feel like them going back to more like the original series phaser design.
It looks more like a gun, so they can do the cool gun poses. That's all it is. I'm not a fan of it either.
Wasn't Locutus Latin?
Yes.
Shoot her? Oh.
Now assimilate the phaser. Only gonna hurt a lot.
Ow. Okay.
Oh, good.
Uh,
When's the last
uh,
time you guys beamed anywhere? Yep, it's about to be.
maybe should have thought about that before you got there. Uh, uh,
That's what knocked him down. From the rings of
oh no,
thing.
Contact. Have you seen the movie Contact?
No, I haven't.
No.
Yep.
Oh. Um. Maybe you should leave the bridge.
Neat. Well, now you got a whole bunch of trained soldiers who are half your age, ready to kill you. Uh,
Maybe you should leave the bridge.
oh, Shelby
Oh.
died. Sheer f***ing hubris.
Wait, so all of Starfleet?
Yep. Everybody under 25.
Uh,
Oh, it's a Vulcan. And some Borg.
hmm. Would they really need somebody to sit in the command chair?
No.
Commercial break. We're back.
We're back.
Craig's like, I don't have gray hair.
Try deck 5. Yep.
Oh, the Hakura Sulu.
Yeah. Sulu took out the Excelsior.
He finally flew her apart.
And don't tell any of the zombies.
I really wanted the fleet to spell out Borg.
Yeah.
I like how everybody has like a different phaser.
I know, right?
Did you just say the robot's right?
You did, yeah. Okay, sarcastic data is great. Go.
It hasn't been his ship for like the past couple
The
days.
whole series. He had that one dinner, and then it was done.
I think that was only like 3 days ago.
Yeah. This is what happens when you say no to Picard. You die. Oh, they're going to destroy Earth.
Oh.
I would imagine Space Dock would have trouble fighting all of that off.
You know, we've saw Deep Space Nine fight armadas.
That's true.
Commercial break, we're back.
Whee! Yep,
Oh, the Fleet Museum.
exactly.
Get Voyager. Oh. So it's now canon. He was captain.
Yeah. Slowly. Did you upgrade the animator containment? Because that was like appallingly bad on this ship. Did we get the Generations bridge or the series bridge? Okay, we get the series bridge. So they replaced the bridge module after they recovered it, which I guess makes sense because it was kind of destroyed. Yeah.
When did he do that?
I don't know. Wow.
What about your daughter?
True.
Oh, LaForge has to be the helmsman
They're gonna
again.
have the standing station at the back again.
No, they put him on the helm.
Oh, right.
I mean, they don't want to put like Troy there.
Right. True.
Hmm.
Yeah. I can dig that. I think that was the season 7 bridge. I'm not entirely sure though. Because they changed the carpet a few times. I think that was the final carpet.
Yeah, Riker kept spilling stuff on it.
Yeah.
Well, where do they go from here?
To the finale, I don't know.
I'm sorry, I'm drinking coffee.
I don't blame you. Yeah.
I
I like it. I mean, I'm here for this.
they really have done a really good job with the third season.
Yeah. And this is really bringing us this is doing a Star Trek thing, not just like the nostalgia stuff, but they're playing it in such a way like this is a thing that I think a lot of people are concerned about is the integration of our technology and particularly like our transportation systems. Like it's completely possible to hack modern cars remotely and stop them as they're driving. And that's a thing that is terrifying, right? And and self-driving cars are becoming a thing, so it's going to be, I mean, people are just going to be able to hack into your car and take you where they want you to go before long from outside your car. Like that's going to happen. It's within like it's within somebody getting around to writing the code of happening. It's not like we need advancements. It's like it's here now. And that terrifies me and other people. Like I hate that idea. I hate the idea that like you can now buy a car and then when they decide the car should be done, they just turn off the computer.
Yeah.
And like electric cars are going to be even worse about that because you won't be able to hotwire around it because it's just built into the batteries and the motors, right? Like, and
People will hack cars too. I mean, to like turn that off.
I mean, yeah, a few cars, right? But it's the vast majority. Like imagine you go rent a car,
Mhm.
and okay, so you're out driving with your family, you're 100 miles in the middle of nowhere, and then there's a glitch in processing your credit card payment, right?
Mhm.
The car stops, or the car turns around and drives you back to where you started, or you're on a work function and they pay for a rent a car. It just goes back.
We're getting off in a tangent.
Right, but that's like that's like the subtext underneath all the nostalgia and all the cool stuff there. Like this addresses that fear, which is a very Star Trek way of addressing a current day thing, and I appreciate that.
How would you rate this episode?
9.7. That may have been the best episode of Star Trek ever made. It may have been. It did the Star Trek things right. It nailed the characters, every single one of them. It's a callback to Star Trek 3 and all of Next Gen. It's got technological and human solutions to problems. It gave us a lot of cool eye candy. Good production choices for the ships that they showed and the way that they presented them. The Enterprise F reveal might have been a little bit busy visually, but it makes sense in story for sure. My only, and it's not even a complaint really at this point, but the only thing that I still harp on a little bit is that it's still a 10-part series. And sure, 2 or 3 parts, okay, at this point. This would be but yeah, if they're gonna do it, this is the way to do it. So
I was just curious. They did go back and get Alice Krieg to play the Borg Queen for this episode.
I thought it was I recognized the voice. I'm like, I know that it wasn't the new Queen, obviously. But it sure sounded like, it sounded authentic.
So
yeah.
Didn't she play the Borg? Like they had used 2 different people for the Borg Queen in Voyager.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she was one of them, I think.
Was she the one in the finale?
I don't remember.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
She was the Borg Queen in Endgame.
Gotcha. What's your rating?
9.5. I wasn't going to agree with that, and I'm surprised you went higher than me.
It hit all the right
I
notes
don't disagree with you. 9.5 is a really high rating.
It is, yeah. But I wanted to go a little bit above because this took all of those good threads that earned ratings in the mid-9s and tied them together well. And it's really hard to do a summative story of that much really good quality, and this nailed it, and it did so with a lot of sprinkles and cherries on top, in lots of good ways. So I'm willing to place it above those classic episodes.
It doesn't feel like they're doing the nostalgia stuff, but now it doesn't feel so much like they're pandering.
Exactly, right. Yeah, exactly. And I mean, we know the reality is that it still is pandering. The whole series is, right?
Yeah.
But it makes sense here. There's nothing going on right now that takes me out of it and that makes me say they're just doing this because it is a cheap pop from the crowd. This all makes sense. If you're going to get these people together and do these characters, this makes sense. So
it's really, and it really feels like they were like listening to our podcast. Like a lot of the things that we would complain about, they've done. Like all they got to do is say one word and it'll fix this.
Yeah, exactly. And they've been doing that. Yeah. This whole series, I've been saying like, oh, what about? And then they immediately it. Like, yeah, cool, great, awesome, thanks. Man, this is really good. Well, join us next time for episode 10, which we're going to record in a few minutes.
All right, I'm going to go to the bathroom first.
Me too. Good night, everybody.
Good night.